Well, I thought I'd come up here and do a little video on my more or less completed van. Really the only thing left to do aside from just personalized touches is carpeting or some kind of flooring. Got storage built, finished off all the trim, built a rear shelf, got the bed all done. The bed lifts up pretty easily. Got plenty of storage. Still have some stuff to fill up there. And got all that stuff done. Got a 30 amp MPPT controller. Forgot to bring a wrench to open this, but inside of this compartment is two 100 amp Renogy AGM batteries. I've bought the MT50. Even though the controller, the solar charge controller is mounted right there, this is a much easier way to program them. And got the fuses, fuse block. Fantastic fan. A ARB 63 quart fridge freezer. Inside here I have my buddy heater stored, and there's a 1500 amp modified sine wave inverter. I've used these in the past from Harbor Freight, and I have not had any kind of issue with not using a pure sine wave. Have the seat turned around. Have tongue and groove ceiling. And in the back have a backsplash there for when cooking, and that right there is going to be my spice storage area. I just put all my cooking utensils inside there. I didn't get all carried away with slide out drawers and opening cabinets aside from that one down there. I just didn't think that I wanted to highlight my lack of woodworking skills by doing stuff that's going to take a lot of perfect fitting. That's the beauty of going with the rustic look. It's like, it looks good. You might have some imperfections here or there, but they basically blend right in. I started out originally with doing this in the same stuff that I did this with, but then I thought it might be a good idea to make a lip here so that the mattress doesn't slide. So that was the original countertop that I made. See, it's quite a bit thinner than this stuff, and it was real wavy, so I made that countertop. It's got about 7 coats of shellac on it. Same with this. And then I put a D-ring there, and I put one around the corner here so that I can put my camp chair right here and tie it down so that it isn't flopping around. And once the camp chair is in here, there's room for, I have a 5-pound propane bottle that I'll put here, and then there's room right here for you know, either two of those those water aquatainers, or whatever you want to put there. And then I have this. So we got, this kind of matches the footboard area and the, I guess you call it a headboard cabinet type thing. I mounted a bunch of mason jar lids right there because I like to store beans and rice and spices and stuff like that in those. Now, the reason I mounted this refrigerator where it's at is because if you mount it in the middle somewhere, it's just going to be a real big hassle when you go shopping and you're trying to load your groceries. So this way, I can just open the back door and put my groceries in there. It's sitting right next to my cooking area, and eventually I'll have an outdoor, I'll be doing cooking outdoors too, and I'll have this, and it'll just be much easier having it this way than always trying to crawl around in the van to get to it. I've got 300 watts worth of solar up on the roof. Two of the panels are mounted on a ladder rack because I will eventually want to put an ARB awning, and it's just real easy to attach them to those pieces right there, like I did on my other van. There's a inverter right there, a breaker that is in between this charge controller and the solar panels, so that any emergency, I just push that red button and bam, everything will be shut down. I put 3 lights. They have 2 settings, either one or both. Kind of guess that's more or less it. This has a much more open and roomy feel now. I got my legs full, I'm sitting here in the chair, got my legs fully extended, and I'm not even close to touching anything. On my other van, I had the bed across the back there, and then I had, like over here in this area, I had a little table type thing, and I had my refrigerator mounted right here, and it just felt really cramped this way. And I'm about 5'11", and I can sit on that bed with about 2 inches to go before my head touches. So that was one of my main goals to do, because I found out from my other van, because I had the bed mounted real high, if you can't stand up in your van, you at least want to be able to sit on the bed, because otherwise it's just the only place you'd have to sit is in the passenger seat. So I'm pretty happy with the way this worked out. I like the way it ended up blending the the original headliner to that without showing, you don't see the ends of the wood. And that's about it. Nice view out the back right there. That's the desert way out there.